Hello, people. Welcome to another episode of the Grow podcast, episode 21. So, feels like forever. It's literally only been a week, but I guess the reason why it's been so long is just the absurd amount of stuff that's just happened within the last week. I mean, LMG is basically irrelevant now. That's old news. I don't even bother, you know. I did get 3 videos in a week, all with over 100 views, and also now over 200. But that's not the point. Last week's over. This week is technically not over, but it's almost over. But it's been a long week. So, the reason why is just because of those big, colourful, blue and white, or more like one of them's quite yellow, boxes that weigh God knows how much, but they're really heavy. Of course, I am talking about my iMac G3s because, oh my god, they are just ridiculous. What I've done with them, it's just been ridiculous. So, that gets me on to what is the first video after the last podcast, which is me doing some stuff with my iMac G3. So, I had been running, I've managed to get macOS 10 to be, because turns out my IDE SATA adapter does indeed actually work inside the Macs. It's just actually make sure it's formatted, take it out of one of my other Macs. I just made that mistake of not doing that, which is why I had all these problems. But I have done that. I've also got a Firewire 400 cable as well, so I can just Firewire it as well. Only with my 600 megahertz. Yeah. Also turns out my 600 megahertz iMac does have the working IDE drive connector thing. It's just, I guess I never didn't actually plug it in properly. So yeah, that's what's happened with that. But yeah, it's quite crazy. I then also do something absolutely absurd, which is running Minecraft 1.8.9 on my 350 megahertz iMac G3, which at the time had 384 megabytes of RAM. And the funny thing is, the game allocates 768 megabytes of RAM. What do you think happens? It doesn't run. It runs out of memory and just like freezes the whole system. Which one of those do you think is? The answer is none of those. It just works. It just doesn't use all the memory. But yeah, that is episode 4. First one in a very long time. Such a long time that my thumbnail text used to be the larger size, which feels like forever ago, but when was that? Like March, I think. Might be longer ago. I hate these lists when it's like rows per page. Like, I just want the maximum amount shown at once, But let's look. I'm in the May. Still small. March. Oh yeah, looks like it was indeed in March. What was my first video with the new text size? It was actually the Windows XP Adventures episode 1, which was actually right at the end of the March on the 20, well, say right at the end, near the end. It was the 27th of March. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. God, the iMac G5 Adventures was in March. Wow. I actually got that big old aluminium thing in March. Wow. Where's the first one? It's on the 21st. Oh, interesting. I think. Maybe that was... Yeah, I guess maybe it was correct. But yeah. I mean... ridiculous. So... yeah. Continuing on what I said. Yes, so I managed to get macOS 10. I then, just for fun, I have Q, which is a QMU, whatever you would call it, front end. Bit of a rubbish name, Q, but I mean, we have X now. You can't tell me that's a stupid name. Yeah, I mean, if it was shortened down to T, I guess it'd be slightly better, but I mean, to be fair, yeah. Q's not the greatest name for a QMU front end, but oh well, it's better than X. The quote-unquote everything app. Sure, I believe that. But yeah, so, going back to what I wanted to do, I was trying to get Arch Linux inside the VM, so it's emulating x86-64, and guess what? It's very slightly worked. Did I do it on the 350 or the 600? I want to say I do it on the 600, which, yeah, imagine if I did it on the 300, 350. It'd be torture. But to be fair, I'm already doing torture playing Minecraft 1.8.9. Yeah, after that, it's me showing off Ladybird, which is a new web browser that is almost usable, because that is pretty much what it is. I think in a year, or maybe a bit more, I would actually use it as my main web browser. I'm being serious. It works. Although, I say it works. The only real thing that I use that properly works, surprisingly, is Discord. Twitter, no. Works. Twitter works on, like, anything. YouTube didn't seem to, but maybe I should give it more time. But, I mean, cphone.space, nope. But to be fair, I swear that's like a website that just doesn't want to load on anything, because it just gives white screen on like iOS 10 below. Of course, you've always got Brutal DOM, but I mean, let's be real, the native web app will be so much better. But yeah, after that, I show the operating system that the Ladybird project comes from, which is Serenity OS. It's alright, I guess. It took quite a while to build. It'd just be nice if they provided actual, like, hard drive images or ISOs or something like that, because it is not nice otherwise. Oh wait, I'm literally talking about I've just realised I'm talking about the ones right before the podcast tips. So I actually was supposed to say it's another somewhat, in brackets, independent web browser engine survey showcase. Now I just want to check. I think it's in here. The no, I don't have it. So I was just checking if I do on the clipboard. I want to have a look if cphone.space my Acoma. Well, I say my Acoma instance. The Acoma instance that I am on use servo. So servo. I think I have actually done this, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I have apparently. What does it look like? Come on. And yeah, okay, looks like survey gives the white screen problem. See, service workers, that are the problem. Anyways, after that, it's the iMac G3 Adventures episode 5. I've just noticed a slight tile problem of there being the lack of the word adventures. I can easily just fix that. But I managed to get Minecraft 1.8.9 running on both. I maxed that once. Ugh. And the 350, I decided to get even more torture by only giving it 128 megs of RAM, because that's literally all I've got. I've got the 384, which is 128 plus 256 in my 600, and I've got 264s, which equals 128. I could always upgrade it, but I think it's a bit more fun trying to run Minecraft 1.8.9 with 128 megabytes of RAM. So yeah. After that, it's probably one of the best videos as well, is the PowerBook G4 Adventures, which is, quite a bit more powerful than the iMac G3s. So it's a bit less boring. But I did manage to get Leopard running on the PowerBook G4. After that, yeah, and also I've actually got, the reason I got Leopard working is because I used an actual install disk. So up on my shelf, up there, I've got the actual install disk, which looks really cool. It's literally just, X in space, which, I mean, it's an Elon Musk disk now, unfortunately. But if you ignore that, if you time travel back to 2007, it is macOS X Leopard. Or it's actually, it's supposed to be 10 in Roman numerals. But, whatever. So, yeah. And I got the welcome video only once, even though I had to reinstall it twice, because the first time the install was migration assistant or whatever they call it, from my other installs, trying to get that over. It basically crashed halfway through. It basically broke the install, so I had to reinstall again, and I didn't actually see the intro that time because I probably was like downstairs or something. So yeah, quite unfortunate, but that's how it is. But after that, I bought this iPhone SE, which is conveniently over there alongside, well, I say along where the disc is, below where the disc is. And basically it's on iOS 10.0.2. I knew it was on iOS 9 or 10 because of the battery icon being the older. I would say it's wider. I haven't actually properly looked at that, but it's definitely less rounded battery icon. It was only showing the languages screen, which had bold text, but if I recall correctly, it's always had bold text, the language selection screen. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. But yeah. After that, my final, well, I say final video, but I mean, yes, the final video in this long list of my videos that I have uploaded recently is my Linux distro, which is called Saihu, is returning. Hopefully, I say it's returning. I've still not made much progress on it. It's just an excuse to pump a video, but not everyone was aware of it, and I don't think I ever actually made a YouTube video saying, hey, I'm making a Linux distro. I think I really very vaguely touched on it. for good reason. It's barely made any progress. Um, Maybe 10 people thought it was a bad idea. Maybe I should have waited until it's in a natural, usable state. I don't know. But yeah, it's been a bit of a nightmare though, trying to do it, because I've been starting from scratch, which might have been a bit of a mistake. But I don't actually have the files. The only way I'd get the files would be to actually use the ISOs. So, not the most ideal. But I have got some plans. I've still got well, just for fun really, I have been doing I asked ChatGPT, because I couldn't be really bothered to find any other alternatives now. Open source, free and open source, say free. You could argue not free, just because you'd probably have to host it yourself. Chatbots, and apparently Stable Diffusion has one. It's just their space for it appears to be down, and I just cannot be bothered to host it myself. Plus, it might just have some issues. You never know. But yeah, so I've been trying to look into Calamares, and oh my god, I genuinely don't know what to do with it. It doesn't. Let's just say that. I might be doing something wrong, but I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's the things. Now, I guess the next thing is I've got some video ideas, of course. I mean, now I've got the firewire cables. I've got a firewire 800, which is quite short. I say quite short, it's probably a meter and a half, maybe 2 meters. But it feels a lot shorter because I basically the only two computers that got firewire 800 is my Power Mac and my PowerBook. So I basically have it just stuck in my Power Mac, and then I plug it into my PowerBook when I need it. But yeah, I did that. So yeah, let's get into sort of some vague plans. I've got a 480 GB SSD arriving soon. Apparently it's Thursday, but it might be arriving earlier. I can't hope it's not Thursday, because there's really, I say the week is going to be a slow week, but there's very potential of it actually not being a slow week, as in like I don't have much content to do, because I've a sort of a project. I won't say too much, but it's for older iOS. Not old iOS. By the looks of it, currently only iOS 8, but it is better than it running on iOS 9, which is one of the alternatives, but it's a bit broken. So I'm just gonna say there might be a Mastodon app for iOS 8 and above. Might. It's not being developed by me, but yeah. Also, there's another thing of a ChatGPT app for like iOS 6 that I've been seen being made, not by the same person, by someone else. But I mean, that exists. It's content. I mean, someone's made ChatGPT for macOS 9. Just let that sink in, mate. Like, God, some of these things are getting quite ridiculous. But yeah, I find it funny. So I've got my iPhone 5S here. It's on iOS 10, and it's literally only been like shut down. God, that scared me. Yeah, so it's literally only been shut down once. I don't know if that working. It's because I've been. Yeah, so I've literally only been. Ugh. Yeah, so I've literally only been. Oh my God, what's the word? Yeah, so. Oh, is that because of. I think that's because Discord's been stupid. But continuing on what I was going to say. Oh yeah, Zebra, last time I checked, crashes for some bizarre reason. Don't ask why. What's my uptime? Yeah, so I've been keeping this iPhone 5S up online for basically it's been on since I've jailbroken it. So yeah, and it's been up for over 34 days. I'm gonna try and give it up by turning down the brightness, airplane mode. It's not actually on low power mode, which isn't going to be helping, so I'm going to put it in low power mode. Like how it's got time since last full charge. It says usage 2 hours and 45 minutes, but standby 182 hours and 59 minutes because I've not charged it in a while. Now, I'm not sure. I was going to let it run out of battery. It's currently at 26%, but I'm going to leave it on like low power mode and stuff, and just sort of leave it sitting, basically. I don't know. Maybe I will charge it. I mean, I've literally got a charger right next to me. But another cool thing is, you've got the iPhone 5S, the 5, should have started with the 5, and the iPhone SE design. Well, I've got all three of those. I've got 2 5s, but both of all of them are currently on iOS 10. So it's kind of weird seeing like the exact same thing, like the exact same home screen. I say exact same, it's not actually lock screen number one is what I was meant to say. But yeah, it's weird seeing the same lock screen, home screen. The lock screen, yes, it is lock screen. Sorry, yeah. Though currently my 5 is not in a jailbroken state, unfortunately. So, and I think jailbreaks.app has their apps expired. It's not connected to the internet. I've disabled Wi-Fi. It's because the answer as to why stupid phone connect. Cool. It took like 10 seconds to connect. Yeah, one socket. Please don't be expired. Please. Has it been unexpired? Renewed? I don't know what the word would be. But yeah. So I'm gonna explain some stuff. Oh. Yeah, so I can't really sideload stuff because I'm on like. Ugh. Also, I find it weird. My 32-bit iOS 10 devices, also known as my iPhone 5 and iPad 4, just have issues with the terminal. I've got, I think it's this one I want, or it could be this one. Problem is, I've not bothered to uninstall like the jailbreaks apps for this. I think it's this one. Yeah. looks like it. Yeah, so continuing on. Yeah, cool. Oh no, it failed. Oh no, looks like it's working. Yeah, so what was I going to say? I literally forgot what I was going to say. Anyways, I've got a bit of an idea. I use my SE basically as a camera. I'm probably going to try and droid cam it as well, because it'd mean high resolution webcam. Because if you look currently, my webcam quality, let's just zoom it. I've literally got another scene for this. But if you look, my webcam quality's a bit rubbish. So I could use my SE as a camera. Now apparently front facing cameras actually like this hasn't got the one from the 6S. There's apparently some weird stuff about the SE. For example, I didn't realise it doesn't have 3D touch or something. I can't remember what it was, but it's basically added in the iPhone 6, I believe. It's like since, I must say. Let me just iPhone SE first gen. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah, hardware has support for NFC 16 and 64, although I believe there was a 32 gig model added later on, I will say. Am I correct? Where's the storage? Storage. Can't find it. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, 16, 32, 64, all 128 gigs. Oh, there's a timeline here. So, yeah. It was initially only 16 and 64 for some bizarre reason. I don't know why those storages. And it was changed to 32 or 128 gigs later on. By that point, iOS 10 was the latest version. And then, yeah, they got discontinued in 2018. So it didn't really last for that long. Where did the 6S? Oh, the 6S was discontinued at the same time. Interesting. So it was discontinued in 2019. The 8 was discontinued in 2020, which would have been, yeah, the second gen SE. For some reason, the 8 Plus. Wait a second. This. Good. So the 6 got discontinued, and then they later reintroduced it in 2017 with 32 gig model. Oh my god, that's a bit rubbish. They basically made it until they dropped software support. Interesting. That's an interesting choice. To be fair, I do know, like, in India, they did sell, like, the iPhone 4. I was going to say after they dropped software support, but technically it didn't actually have no software support. It was still technically being updated because it was like early 2014. In India, they have iPhone 4, had iPhone 4s, but yeah, early 2014 was still when iOS 7 was latest, so it actually makes sense. But yeah, Interesting, I guess. Interesting. Let's look at the Wayback Machine for the iPhone SE. I don't know, I'm just bored. Yeah. Yeah, so the rear camera is what I would use for the Droid cam, because it doesn't really matter that much. I've got like my IBS blade to show me. Oh yeah, I would maybe use it for ABS blade, but all the versions of ABS blade don't seem to play nice, doesn't seem to work. Whilst all the versions of Droid cam do. So yeah, come on, you slow thing. The Apple website was still quite bloated back in 2016, right? Was it? I think so. Mm. Mm. Come on. Can you tell the Apple website is just absolute rubbish? Though ironically it does actually have relatively decent compatibility. Although on a lot of older browsers it won't load, but it does actually seem surprisingly load. It doesn't actually seem that bad. It looks like most. Oh, there's a bit of animation. Yeah, there's a lot of images down missing, so it's actually not bad. Okay, this probably isn't good for browser compatibility. Let's say that. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of images that are missing, but I guess it's not actually that for this. Yeah. Okay, it's not actually that bad, but yeah. iOS 11, iOS 11, excuse me, iOS 9, don't worry, let's spat out with iOS 11. Good old App Store, but yeah. Good old days, 2016, say good old days, maybe not necessarily good old days, maybe 2017 would be considered good old days. But yeah, I do actually quite like these small iPhones, they are quite nice. The only reason I just wouldn't want a small iPhone, really, is the typing on them are like an absolute pain. I guess it's maybe because of like the horrible, what's it called? I guess it might be just because, I don't know, I actually types that on that quite well. Maybe iOS 10's typing thing is just a lot better than like iOS 15, because I honestly make so many errors on. Oh, I have actually accidentally done a P instead of thing. But yeah, like the keyboard prediction thing, because like the button sizes change depending on what it thinks you're gonna press. So like if I type like QWERTY, yeah, or if you type like QWERTY, you can see what I mean. Sort of a bit. Once you type it again, it works. But yeah, if I go like that, A, C, D, F, G, H, G, D. Now it's a bit fiddly. But go like Z, C, V, B, like the bottom row of the keyboard, it works. I die. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm trying to think what kind of type that's a bit weird. iPhone SE. Alright. Yeah, I guess maybe, yeah, it's just the iOS 10 keyboard works a lot nicer. Maybe I will bother trying to main my SE. It's maybe it'd be quite nice. You never know. I don't even know how much battery my SE's got. It's probably got maybe like 20%. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't like mained any other phones for quite a while. And especially making oh god, I dropped my iPhone 5. Yeah. Maybe it's just because I'm it's getting a bit boring, but I mean maybe it's got a bit less boring because of all the stuff that I've done with, my power PCs. I've got waiting me. I say waiting me. I've got. I've not got that many power PC systems. I've got the iMac G3. The only other power PC system that I really want is like an eMac. It's basically just a buffed up, more powerful iMac G3, because it's got CRT. It's got a different design, but yeah. Oh god, I actually hate. Okay, eMac, and then let's just go like newest first and see what like. Cause yeah, these CRTs are definitely collection onlys. Oh, it's 800 megahertz. Where's Thundersley? Is that in Essex? Yes, it is. Okay, it's 15 miles, but it's not actually 15 miles. It's actually okay. That's very misleading. As the crow flies, that's really misleading. If you do it as the crow flies, it's actually got the original box though, which is actually quite cool. Oh, but yeah, got the iTunes logo. It's got purple. On my macOS 10 install disk, I believe it's green, the music note. It's one that's also 15 miles in Tunbridge, but it's 60 quid. Maybe if there's like no bids, you can get away with less. What is it? It's a 1 gigahertz. It's got 512 megs currently, but probably upgrade it further. It's just how much further, I don't know. But yeah. Let's have a look. eMac. Oh, come on. Yeah, the eMac is a bit of a cool computer. It's mostly because of the CRT. Apparently it's 1280 by 960. That's 4x3. Then didn't really know what it's for. I'm assuming that's 4x3. Blah 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 blah. What is it? 1 gigahertz. So it's yes, it's gonna be either those two, but it's probably gonna be this one. Yeah, it's on Jaguar. Right, I'm pretty sure it's on Jaguar, not the other one. No, it's actually on Tiger. So maybe it is. Oh, it says 4.4. Yeah, it is this one. Cool. Guess I always keep on thinking Tiger's released in 2004, but it wasn't. Was Panther? Panther was Oh no, it's 2003. Yeah, Tiger is actually 2005. Oh, quite early on in the year. Say quite early on, it's relatively early on. It's not in the first quarter, so maybe not. But yeah. Got the final one, of course, has to come with Radeon 9600. Because I swear everything has to have a Radeon 9600. There's one that says might be working. What does might be working? Doesn't tell you why it might be working, which is a bit of a red flag. It's from London. £30. Guess they don't have like a power cable. 30 miles, where's this? From... Oh, it's got postage, yeah, but... Can you pick it up? It's from London. Somewhere in London. It'd be nice if it told me where in London, but it doesn't. Which is just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm getting even further away. I've got one for 100 from Stanmore, which is like... What's that? North east of London? I don't know if it's... I meant west. But yes, it's pretty much where I just described. It's right by Edgware. But yeah. eMac is honestly quite a nice computer. It's just annoying because it's a CRT, so it's even more likely to get pick up only. I'll see if this eMac, I don't know, it's only 800 megahertz. Can the eMac be overclocked? And can the eMac be overclocked? Probably be best to look in, oh my god, what's the Discord guild I'm in? Supercharge your eMac, that's... okay. Introduction. I bet it requires soldering. Not patient. Yeah, it does require soldering. God. What's that? Hashtags and pencil. Okay. Knowledge of not to touch the CRT side of the eMac. Yeah. It's a massive nightmare. Yeah, basically it's the same. Well, I say same. You need solder to overclock the iMac G3s. I would overclock definitely if I could. That'd be actually kind of funny to underclock the 350 to like whatever the lowest you can do. That's assuming I can go lower. Although it's the lowest end model, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is a bit unhelpful though, because the only problem is you don't actually tell what the original config is. I mean, if you're going to do it, probably your best bet would be take picture of it first. But yeah, although couldn't the 800 run macOS 9? Yeah, it can. Oh, that's cool. Probably get all the way up to Leopard. Maybe I would want to get the 800. Although, can only go up to 1 gig. What was the other one? The other one was 1 gigahertz. So you can't actually get anything more than 1 gigahertz running macOS 9. Right? I don't know. Maybe you can with that one. eMac Mac OS 9 support. Because maybe you might be able to get that. Okay, yeah, you can. Oh no, this one's a bit misleading. It's this one's not classic mode only. Yeah, but you can actually get the 1 GHz one. It's the ATI model, so I'm assuming it means the one from 2003, so that makes sense. But yeah, I'm assuming that one only the original combo drive. Really? You're joking? The only original combo drive. Let's have a look, see if I can work out if this one from Tunbridge is compatible. So, don't know. Oh wait, that's the thing. Right. Doesn't seem to say unhelpful. Tiger. Yes, for computer empowerment. eMac, sorry. Yeah, it's just got the power cable on the thing. Makes sense. No returns, fair enough. What is the resolution? What is the resolution options for an eMac? So it's like something stupid, the thing. Wait, you can hold the iMac and play do anything. Command. Do you need soldering running on the end? I think you probably need soldering. I don't know if it's fiddly. But I mean, look at that. Oh god, that looks horrible. No offense. Yeah, look, you must need soldering for that. Well, I mean, maybe it's not that hard. eMac screen resolution. So, yeah, see, it's 438. You've got 1024 by 768 at 89. 1152 by 8 at 80, or 1280 by 960 at 72. Those are really weird resolutions. Yeah. Most people will see. No, it's not. Most people will see visible. Oh wait, no, maybe it is. No, you God. Maybe it is because technically no, my G3s are flickering, but I think you're referring to the cameras, which if you're referring to the cameras, like you point a camera at the CRT, then it will flicker the more it's set to a refresh rate that isn't a multiple of it. So, for example, I film my videos at 1080p at 30, so it's 30 FPS. So the most ideal resolutions would be ones that are multiples of 30. The closest you can get on an iMac G3 is 117 Hz, which is at 640 by 480, which is annoyingly the lowest resolution. But I think it's what is it? Is it 95? was it just like 90 for like 800 by 600, and then for like 1024 by 768 it is 75 hertz. But yeah, so yeah, that's all with the eMac. Yeah, so apparently it can go up to 138. So yeah, ugh, annoying feed pop-ups. Luckily, as you can probably tell, I have got an extension that blocks those pop-ups. But yeah, so blah blah. Certainly not as good looking as a flat panel iMac. I don't know, I like CRTs, they look cool. But yeah. I guess in this at the same time the um clock speed of an 800 is still gonna be still 200 more than my iMac G3 at 600, But yeah. But on the downside, it only ships with 128 megs of RAM, although I would say you can, and let's settle it. I'm pretty sure it's got a RAM door. eMac RAM upgrade. I'm pretty sure it's got a RAM door because they like RAM doors back then. 700 to use PC 133 maximums. Yeah. Cool later, blah blah. The excess power is being held by one Phillips screw. Unscrew it, unplug machine after touching the metal housing to print ESD. I think we know that. Yeah, there's RAM door. Cool. And yeah, it's that easy. Yeah, it literally says very easy. Fair enough. Yeah, if you go like a PowerBook G4 whatever, yeah, if you go like Mac laptop, PowerBook for example, and then like PowerBook G4 aluminium, and then like 15-inch, it's literally gonna be like I've got the 1.12 and you want a RAM or RAM. Oh my god, where is it? Oh, solution RAM. PRAM. There it is. Yeah, so it is an easy. It's only easy because it requires 4 screws. What's with the iMac, it's literally just one. I bet like the iMac G5, it's got a lot of easies because I bet if you go to like display's probably gonna be quite hard. Yeah, it's got a difficult. However, if you go to like Mac, Mac desktop, and then if you go to the iMac, and then go to the G5, I've got the 20-inch for example. Oh yeah, so it's got to be the non-webcam models. And you go to like hard drive for example, it's probably gonna be okay, it's got moderate. I mean it's only like 3 screws. I wanna say 3 inside yeah, looks like it's 3 screws by looks of it to remove the hard drive. And it's like, oh, if you want to get the bracket, move it and like that. No, it's still SAS, actually quite easy. But if you go to like RAM, it's gotten easy because it's literally just 3 screws. You're done. Boom. Yeah, so it's that easy for that. Which is quite nice. I mean, When's the last time you've had a computer where you need to just take 3 degrees? I mean, desktops are going to be like ridiculously easy, let's be real, but oh well. Yeah, or what if you want to replace the display? So you want to lower it downwards, lift it up, take the RAM out. Oh, this is probably going to be difficult, yeah. Okay, the screen's going to be ridiculously difficult. But at the same time, you're going to have a bit of a lower chance of actually breaking the screen. I mean, if you were to break the screen, it's probably because you were to maybe you like are moving and you were to bring it with you, you might, I don't know, might not have some problems, or maybe, you know, it got broken shipping or whatever. That, I guess, would be the problems. But yeah. Okay, what else is there to talk about? Yeah. How long have been going on for? I've actually switched scenes. Oh no, yeah, I'm fine. I've been going on for almost an hour at this point. I don't know what else to say. Okay. So, shall I end it here? Because, like, what else is there to talk about? We said everything, let's be real. So, I guess that's going to be it for today. But hopefully you've enjoyed this. Plus, I've just realised there's only an hour, well, just under an hour to upload. So, that's going to be it for today, and goodbye. Say goodbye, but I haven't actually got my OBS blade open. Has it got a connection? Yes, it does. And goodbye, people. Bye.